let me begin a small quiz before we begin today's topic. Let me see whether you have learned something or whether you have remembered the last week's class or not. I'm sharing my PPT with you. Please tell me whether it is visible to all of you. Yes?
Yes.
Is it
Yes, ma'am.
visible?
Yeah.
Sorry. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a minute. Just a minute. I'm coming to see if you people keep joining like this, then when will I begin my class? Please tell me. Huh? Please join timely so that it is easy for me also. Uh, just a minute. Who has joined now? Okay. Okay. So I think it's visible to all of you. Yes. Right?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Hmm. Okay. So one by one, I really want that you should answer these questions and let me see how much you have learned. So, Akshat, can you read the first question? Is it visible? I hope it's visible to all of you. Please read. Please read
Unlike
it.
data flow diagrams, which represent the physical components of an information system, system flow charts can provide a more conceptual, non-physical display of the movements of data through a system. Is it true or false?
This statement is true or false? Yes. Who would like to attempt this particular question? Who would like to answer this question? Unlike the data flow diagram, which is DFD, which represents the physical components of an information system, system flowcharts can provide a more conceptual, non-physical display of the movement of data through a system. This particular statement is true or false? Yes, please. Akshat, what is it? Is it true or false? Hello,
Ma'am, true.
this is true? Okay. Please,
Yes, ma'am.
everyone, please keep marking it also when you are solving the question. Please marking it also that the first answer which is given by Akshit, first one is true. This is what I am noting down, right? Right now I'm not
Ma'am,
telling. Right now I'm not telling you the
ma'am,
answer. The
Aditya.
reason, yes, the reason is that I really want you to reflect. Want you to think about it, and then finally I'll be giving you the answer, right? Just a minute. Please do not keep coming like this. It really troubles me a lot. So I have to admit again and again. Okay. So let us go back to the quiz. So your answer is true. Hmm? Okay. Now next, who is Aditya is here? Aditya, are you
Yes,
here?
ma'am. मैम फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन का मैंने दिया था मैम आंसर.
First one नहीं अक्षत अक्षत पढ़ रहे थे ना इसको.
यस मैम.
Yes, ma'am. Reply उसने दिया था मैम.
अच्छा रिप्लाई उसने दिया था. ओके. सो अभी आदित्य आप पढ़ दीजिए रिप्लाई
यस मैम.
अक्षित कर देंगे ऐसा कर
यस
लेते
मैम.
हैं. Who has come? एक मिनट, let me check. Someone has come. Okay. Uh,
यस मैम.
okay. So the second one which I'm showing you, in data flow diagram, circles are used to represent process that take data inflows and transform them to information outflows. So in your opinion, Akshit, what is it? Is it this
True.
statement is correct?
Yes, ma'am. It is
Yes,
correct. Yes, ma'am. True.
this is okay. In your opinion, this is true. Okay, I'll be coming back again to these questions. Okay, now next question. Sujit is here. Sujit, a general rule in data flow diagramming is that certain processes may have the same name. In general rule in data flow diagramming is that certain processes may have the same name. Yes, please.
Ma'am, true.
Okay, so in your opinion, it is true. Okay, fine. Very good. Next is Neha. Neha, can you just answer this question? A general rule in data flow diagramming is that any single data flow diagram should not have more than about 11 processes. This particular statement is true or false? Is it correct to have, 11 processes, more than 11 processes? Neha, what do you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So is it correct? A general rule in data flow diagramming is that any single data flow diagram should not have more than about 11 processes. This statement is true or false?
False, ma'am.
This statement is false. Okay. Let us see. Coming to the next slide. Okay. Our data flow diagram should balance between levels. This refers to the fact that the level 1 DFD should have the same system inputs and outputs as the corresponding level 0 DFD. Jyoti, is it correct? Data flow diagram
Yes,
should
ma'am.
balance between level. This refers to the fact that level 1 DFD should have the same inputs and outputs as the corresponding level 0. ये true है या false है बेटा?
Ma'am, true.
True है. Okay, very good, Jyoti. Coming to the next one. Flow charts are biased towards representing the physical characteristics of the system, while data flow diagrams can omit the physical system attributes. Priyanshu, this particular statement is correct or not? Flowchart are biased towards presenting the physical characteristics of the system, while DFDs can omit the physical system attributes. Is it true or false? Priyanshu is here? Hello? Priyanshu
Yes,
is here?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Priyanshu, what is the answer? Come on. See, why do I need to check you again and again? Quickly answer. Is it correct? True or false? Yes? This
True, ma'am.
statement is true.
Ma'am, true.
Okay. Okay, very good. Coming to the next one. Now, who is left? Khushi. If an organization changes the format of its master file from magnetic tape to disk and all other activity remains constant, that organization's system flow chart need not to be altered. This statement is correct or not? Again, I'm repeating, if an organization changes the format of its master file from magnetic tape to disk and all other activity remain constant, that organization's system flow chart need not be altered. Yes, Khushi, is it correct? Khushi is here?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Hello? Khushi is here? Khushi is left. Okay. Now, anyone can answer. Neha, you can answer. Anyone, please. Because, I have to really change my screen.
मैम इसमें false होगा मैम.
False.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Abhi, I'm not asking you the reason why, but after this exercise, I'll definitely will be asking the answers that you have given. Please note down which one you are answering. Right? One difference between Aditya, this one is for you. One difference between system flow charts and data flow diagram is that system flow charts have numerous different type of symbols and data flow diagrams have just 4 type of symbols. One difference between system flow chart and data flow diagram, मतलब कि DFD और flow chart में जो फर्क है, is that system flow charts have numerous different type of symbols and data flow chart diagrams just have 4 type of symbols. Is it correct?
True, ma'am.
This one is true. Okay. So please remember which one you are calling true, which one you're calling false. The highest level of data flow diagram is the level 1 diagram. Is it true or false? Neha,
मैम false.
कौन बोला?
मैम नाम नहीं ली थी इसलिए बोल दिया.
अच्छा ठीक है कोई बात नहीं. So it is false. 9th one is false. Okay. Chalo. Okay, very good. Let us see the next one. System flow charts are more physical than data flow charts are more conceptual. So the first answer which you have given, who had given the answer, Akshit or Aditya?
मैंने मैम वो गलत था इसमें.
हाँ. So see, आप इसे correct करें. I am going. Please, you can note down the first one. I'll be repeating again for you. So this one is wrong. The answer is that system flowcharts are more physical and data flowcharts are more conceptual. Okay, next one is true, which is okay. Next one is false. Again, who answered? I don't know. It is again false. It is wrong. And next one, fourth question. Fourth question is okay, is right. Okay. All processes in a data flow diagram should have unique name. Okay. Fifth one, a single data flow diagram should not have more than 7 processes. This one is false. So again, this one is incorrect. Then another one was true and true. This is okay. Seventh one is false. False. The system flowchart must be altered to reflect physical component change. Eighth one is true. That's fine. And the highest level of is called the context diagram. So this one is also false, which I think you have given the right answer. Okay, now again I'm going back to the quiz. Please check one more time. Unlike data flow diagram, which represents the physical component of an information system, system flowchart can provide more conceptual, non-physical display of movement of the data through a system. So the answer would be what? False. पहले का answer है false. Second one says in data flow diagram, circles are used to represent process that take data inflows and transform them to information output. ये क्या होगा? False होगा कि true होगा?
True.
True.
Okay. हाँ. Next one. General rule in data flow diagramming is that certain processes may have the same name. ये true होगा या false होगा?
मैम इसमें false था मैम.
बिल्कुल. Okay. General rule in data flow diagramming is that any single data flow diagram should not have more than about 11 processes. ये भी क्या होगा? ये भी होगा false. ठीक है. ओके देखिए ये जो मैंने अभी आपको एक छोटी सी क्विज दी है, ये क्विज इटसेल्फ आपको ये बता रही है कि अगर इस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस आएंगे, क्वेश्चंस आपसे किसी भी लेवल में पूछे जा सकते हैं. ये बड़े ही जनरल क्वेश्चंस हैं. अगर आप देखें तो ये बहुत ही जनरल क्वेश्चंस हैं. ये क्वेश्चंस जब हमने इसकी बात शुरू की थी डेटा फ्लो डायग्राम्स की, तो शुरू में मैंने ये सारे रूल्स आपको दिए थे, ये सारी बातें आपको बताई थी. तो वेरी गुड क्लास, आपका बहुत ही अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स है. आपने काफी चीजें याद रखी हैं एंड आई एम वेरी हैप्पी अबाउट इट. between levels, and this refers to the fact that level 1 DFD should have the same system input and output as the corresponding level 0. डेफिनेटली जो इनपुट्स हैं वही रखने होंगे जो हमने लेवल 0 में रखे हैं, ठीक है। तो ये स्टेटमेंट क्या है, ये ट्रू है। आगे हम चलते हैं इसमें, ये देखिए ये वाले जो आपने आंसर्स दिए थे, फ्लो चार्ट्स आर बायस्ड टुवर्ड्स रिप्रेजेंटिंग द फिजिकल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स व्हाइल अ डेटा फ्लो डायग्राम कैन ओमिट द फिजिकल सिस्टम एट्रीब्यूट, ये आपका ट्रू है? ट्रू है कि फॉल्स है? हेलो क्या हुआ भाई, आंसर्स आप नोट, हाँ ये देखिए ये आपके आंसर्स हैं, ये देखिए कितने 9 क्वेश्चंस है ना, इसको नोट कर लें आप, एंड प्लीज चेक योर आंसर्स वेदर यू आर राइट और नॉट। ओके चलिए, नाउ इन दिस सीक्वेंस आई गेव यू the project work and I told you that in both the thing like system analysis and design and plus multimedia, in both the subjects you will be making projects. Now once you will be making project, definitely you will be doing the documentation etc also. Now let us see what you are supposed to do. One more time I am repeating for you so that you can remember how it is to be done. Is it visible? Please tell me. This PPT is visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So let us talk about the process modeling and data flow diagram. Let us also talk about the DFD of well-structured process model. Then how we decompose DFDs into lower level diagrams, that also we'll see. And how we balance high level and low level DFDs, that also will be checking in this. Then the differences between current physical, current logical, and new physical and new logical DFDs also we'll be discussing here. Using DFDs for analyzing information system, that we'll see. Now this is what the typical system development life cycle we have seen. Now all the phases that you see is that planning, analysis, design, implementation, and maintenance. Now when you come to the analysis phase, then here is the phase where you do the requirement determination, or you do the requirement structuring. Okay, you do the requirement determination and you do the requirement structuring. Is this thing clear? Is this thing clear to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let us come to some of the terminologies that we will be using. So whenever it is been asked to you that what do you understand by process modeling? So when you say that you have to, you can actually explain that I have done the process modeling. So now what is all about process modeling? Process modeling is a technique for graphically representing the processes that are used to capture, manipulate, store, and distribute data. Now, this process modeling is being done between the system and its environment and among the various system components. You build a DFD using information gathered during requirement gathering and determination, and both the processes and data structures also are modeled in DFD. So this is what the process modeling is all about. I think somebody is here. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me check who is this. Ranjan Kumar. Okay. So, coming back to process modeling, as you can see in the PPT, what are the deliverables and outcomes of a process modeling? See, when we were designing, I told you that this is how you will be designing, but now we are coming to more professional terminology, and now we are trying to understand that how it is being done. So if I ask you that what will be the deliverables and outcomes of the process modeling, so you have to see that you do context data flow diagram or DFDs. All right. which shows the scope of the system, because context diagram is, or context DFD is at the top level. So when you, again, it is not sharing any information, it is again giving you an abstract idea of the system. Now, often DFDs are created showing the current physical and logical system, and which enables analysts to understand how the current system operates. So just a brief overview about the system when you give. So the output of the process modeling is that if you are at the context level, you're just giving one brief idea about the system. Now, if we talk about the logical systems, then what will happen and what kind of diagrams will be there? Then the DFDs, as we know, because data flow diagrams are independent of technology. Now, it shows data flow, it shows the structure, it shows the functional requirement of the new system. Now, a picture of the movement of data between external entities and the processes and data stored within the system is what a DFD or data flow diagram is depicts. Now, if I say that how it is different from flowchart, the question which been asked just now in the quiz, I just wanted to see that whether you have completely understood the difference between a DFD and the flowchart that you people make, right? So how does a DFD differ from the system flowchart? So DFD depict logical data flow, and it is independent of technology, and the focus is on the data flow. The focus is not how the process flow alone, it is about how the data flows. So we will be focusing on how the data flows in DFDs. Now you can see the symbols also. When you've been asked to do one elaborated comparison between how you design a flow chart and how you design a DFD, then you can actually make these diagrams, and you can properly show that, see, in when I prepare a flow chart, then this is the kind of a symbol which I use for process, this is the kind of a symbol which I use for a data store, and there is a difference between different DFD symbol sets, and so different type of symbols being used, which you can very well show, and again differentiate also, because in the junior classes you all have done so many exercises on flowcharts, and now as you are doing DFD, you can you pretty pretty well understand the differences between the way you used to draw the flowchart and now you are drawing the DFD. Now, if I talk about the symbols, then you actually have seen that there are 4 things that you depict specifically here, and that thing is the process. And process means what work you are doing, what action is being performed on the data. That is the matter of concern here, or means what is happening inside the system. Is it that some kind of a payment is being made? Is it that some kind of a book is being issued? Is it that some kind of a movie ticket is being issued? What is the system, right? What the system is doing. So the process, the action which you're performing inside the system, that is the matter of concern. Another thing that you have here is the data store. Data store inside the system where the data rests, means where you are saving, means where is the database, what is the name of the file of the database where you are saving. So second thing is the data store, which is very much important. Third thing is the sink, okay, or the source. So now please remember the terminologies that we're using. Sometime you may be asked to use the sink that you're using, show the sinks that you're using. So sink and source is the one thing. Now it is the external entity, that is the origin or destination of the data, which can be of outside of the system. So that that the source, it can be customer, it can be candidate. So outside entity, as you have seen initially, I have used the word entity because I think you were quite familiar with this terminology earlier. So I was using this term entity here. Another thing which we use is the data flow, which you very well understand. You use the arrow heads there also in your flowcharts, and here also you are using data flow. So that is quite similar here and there. Okay. Now again, the DFD diagramming rules. If you see that these are the rules, can you see a cross there? And can you see that how the arrows are coming out of the process, left hand side where the big cross has been marked, and right hand side where you can see that how the arrows are moving. Now, what is the problem in the first diagram? Can you explain me, anyone?
In first diagram, no input, only output. And
it can provide any kind of an output. So you should not make such mistakes while you are designing or drawing the DFDs. Okay, what is the problem in the next one? What
no
is the
output.
problem? What is the problem?
Ma'am, no output, only input.
No output. Okay, there is no output, so that is the problem. Okay, fine. That means you've understood that if these type of diagrams you'll be making, then it will be a difficulty, right? Okay. Now coming to the next one, let us see how the data store's been prepared. Let us see how the data store's been prepared. First one, what is the problem in the first one? Can you tell me?
Ma'am, there is no process happening.
Right. From one data store to other data store, there is one arrow which is connecting two of them, and there isn't any process. So the right way is that you join two stores with the help of one process box. Then that will be nice. That will be okay, correct. Otherwise, it will not be correct. Second one, what would you say about the second one? What is the problem in the second one? The external entity, or the you can say the process that directly connected to the data store. Source is connected to the directly to the data store. Is it possible?
Yes, ma'am.
No, it's not.
No,
No,
ma'am.
it's not possible. So again, in the second one also, this is the way we will be connecting. Third one, what is the problem? Jyoti Kumari, can you hear? Can you hear me, Jyoti? What is the problem in the third one? Priyanshu, can you tell me what is the problem in the third one? Hello? Am I audible?
No external entity.
Right. So, again, the process is missing here also, no? Directly, you're connecting to data store, you're connecting to the external. It's not possible. Again, you're missing the process here. So if you will be making such mistakes, then, immediately you will be caught and you'll get 0 in the diagram straight away. Don't make such mistakes. That's why, I'm giving again and again, I'm giving so many examples that don't do. Okay, coming to another one, just talk about the source. Now here in the first one, no data moves directly between external entity without going through a process. So again, here also the same thing happening. Your proper arrowhead should be there to depict that, this is how it is moving. Without any process, it should not go. Then interaction between external entities without intervening processes are outside the system and therefore not represented in the DFDs. So again, source and sink labels should be the noun phrases. Okay, this you have to remember. They should be noun phrases. You can note down it somewhere, or you should not give something which is irrelevant. Okay, now coming to the second one, data flow. What is the problem in the first one? What is the problem in the first one? Yes, it is quite visible. Hello? Hello? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Double-headed arrows are.
Yes,
No, ma'am, it is not. वो सही नहीं है मैम, उसको डिफरेंट एरो से रिप्रेजेंट किया जाता है.
बिल्कुल. So bidirectional flow नहीं हो सकता है. बाइडायरेक्शनल फ्लो नहीं हो सकता इस तरह से कि एक ही एरो से हम बता दें. अगर हमें यूज करना है तो 2 एरो यूज करने पड़ेंगे, जिसमें एक आपको इनपुट शो करेगा और एक आपको आउटपुट शो करेगा. सो 2 एरो हेड्स आर रिक्वायर्ड. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन, जस्ट चेक आउट. कई बार होता है कि बच्चे ऐसा एरो बना के उसको शो कर देते हैं, they write down and they do not label it also. So if you have such kind of a process where the data is moving into 2 different processes, so you have to fork data flow and you have to refer to the exact same data item not different data item. आपने A B लिखा हुआ है left में, देख रहे हैं? और actually when you are providing from the process, how can it be A B? It will be A only, right? Because you are sending this, you are sending this to two different processes. See, these are the very common mistakes that are happening new to the DFD diagramming, and we don't know that whether this will be wrong or right, because we don't pay attention to this. Okay, we are doing this, let's write A and B like we used to do. No, you cannot do here in DFD programming, right? Okay, coming to another one. What is the problem here? What is the problem here? Again, AB, labeling is the problem. Join data flow must refer to exact same data, not different data item. Because see, now here two different processes are there. Now the two different processes and moving the data to A for multiple source to common location. If it is coming, then again the labeling should be like this, A and A. Okay. Now another thing is, now sometimes it happens that maybe due to ignorance or what, you tend to write the data flow in such a direction that it is coming back to the process itself. So if it is coming back, data flow cannot go directly from one process, and it must go through intervening, right? You want that, ma'am, it has to come back to the same process. That's fine, but it cannot directly come. It has to go to some process, then again it has to go to another process, and then finally it will be coming back. So anyhow, you have to show that there are in between processes, and that's how it is moving. You cannot make के एक को उसको arrow लगा दिया और उसको for loop बना दिया जैसा, हाँ, तो वो नहीं करना है, वो नहीं करना है. Is it clear from the diagram? I think so.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So ये आपको इसके पहले वाला क्लियर हो गया. ये चीज में ज्यादा गलती होती है, ये जो बाई डायरेक्शनल बनाते हैं इसमें गलती होती है. I think this is clear. Okay. Now coming to data flow. Now data flow from a process to data store means update. Now this update can be of any type: insert, delete, or change. Please note down this thing, that whenever you are using data flow from process to data store means you are updating, right? आप जब यहाँ से data entry कर रहे हैं, तो वो data enter जो आप कर रहे हैं वो कहीं database में store होने जा रहा है. तो जो data store आपका पहला बना हुआ था उसको आप anyhow append कर रहे हैं, उसमें add कर रहे हैं कुछ तो डेटा, उसको क्या बोलेंगे? आइदर आप उसमें इंसर्ट कर रहे हो या तो फिर उसमें से डिलीट कर रहे हो. यही प्रोसेस यही करते हैं ना, आपने पहले भी किया है डेटाबेसेस में. या फिर आप क्या करते हैं? यू मॉडिफाई. सो इन एनी केस यू आर अपडेटिंग योर स्टोर. ओके, सो व्हाट यू डू, it means update, whether it can be insert, delete, change, whatever. Now data flow from the data store to a process means retrieve. So from data store you are showing the arrowhead towards the process, which means you are trying to retrieve something, you're trying to get back something.
Yes, ma'am.
So why are you doing that? This should be very clear. Okay. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So next thing which I have already told you, that data flow labels again should be noun phrases. Okay. Now coming to the functional decomposition of your diagrams. Now an iterative process of breaking down system description down into finer and finer details is what the functional decomposition is all about. Now what is happening? High level processes, they are all we are decomposing them into lower level sub processes, and so what we do, we make the DFD chart for each level. And we if we are we are just decomposing one process, and let's say as we number them, let's say we number 2. So what we do in the next level, we give 2.1, 2.2 likewise. So every process we give number, and further when we move on to the lower sub levels, we actually, you have to describe it properly, so that whosoever is reading the documentation, it actually make very clear to that person that okay, this particular process is in detail here, and this is what is happening in this particular process. If we do the proper labeling, proper marking, and proper numbering, then there'll not be a problem. Which is happening where, and what is happening first, and what comes next. Numbering actually tells you that okay, this process comes first, and then the second one, and then the second one, because you are showing the whole system, and system is a big thing. It's not a program which you actually finish in 2, 3, 4 lines. It's not like that. You are depicting the whole system, and when you are depicting the whole system, definitely you require so many pages to again represent the whole system. It is not that you 2 line you define the whole system and say that this is what it is. It's never possible. So when we come to the functional decomposition of the diagrams, we have to of the system. Sorry, so we have to see that in DFDs how we'll be doing it. Is this thing clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now here are the levels as we discussed. That the top level is the context DFD. Again and again I repeat, and there is a purpose, because I was just conducting a quiz here. I have seen that some of the answers were wrong, and it happens because probably you don't listen properly what I said, or maybe you do not revise. So please, again I'm repeating for all of you. Context DFD, overview of the organizational system. 0 level, representing the system's major processes at height level of abstraction. Level 1, result from decomposition of level 0 diagram, right? And N level, as you know, as you have to go to sub processes and sub levels, so you will be going from 0 to N level, which will be resulting from the many subsystems, right? Is this thing clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now here is one example. Now any one of you, can you I have taken this example to show you that how a particular food ordering system is actually can be depicted in the context diagram. Can you explain me what is happening here? Akshat, can you explain me what is happening here? How will you just look at the diagram and just tell me what is happening?
यस मैम कस्टमर पहले ऑर्डर देता है, वो फूड ऑर्डरिंग सिस्टम में जाएगा, और जो किचन में वो ऑर्डर जाएगा, फूड का ऑर्डर, और फिर फूड ऑर्डरिंग सिस्टम से ही मैनेजमेंट को रिपोर्ट होगा मैनेजर को के पास, और वो रिसिप्ट जो है कस्टमर के पास वापस चला जाएगा.
ओके
मैम एक तो फूड ऑर्डर चला गया किचन में, और एक बिल के लिए जो रिसिप्ट बनेगा वो कस्टमर के पास वापस जाएगा.
Okay, so you can say, as you just take the example of McDonald's, right? You order, the customer comes, customer places the order. Food ordering system, it has been, recorded in the system. Immediately, whatever has been recorded, amount has been paid, that means it's booked. One meal is booked for you. Immediately, that same thing goes to the restaurant manager. So he knows that how many customers have visited and how many orders been placed. So actually, the manager is able to see that, whether I'm having the raw material in the kitchen to serve all the guests or not. So immediately, the management report, as we say, it goes to the restaurant manager also and to the kitchen also. So kitchen is actually giving doing the orders, the food orders, and the restaurant manager, he is taking care of all the inventory and all stuff, the management stuff that they have to do, right? So with this one diagram, I think this is quite clear. So it is showing you the system boundaries. Actually, it is showing you the external entities also, and that interact to the system. So it is quite clear. So we can say that there is a customer who's been placing the order, and the kitchen is also there, and the major information which is flowing between the entity and the system is quite reflected here in the diagram. So basically, the information that is flowing from here and there is being depicted. Is that thing clear to you or not? The information that is being. Okay, now I think if you can understand this, then there's no problem. You can make as many DFDs, as you can. If you can understand this, that I have to show the information and the flow has to go like this, and the arrows that you are using here should be like this. Okay. Coming to zero level. Coming to zero level. Now, Aditya, can you just tell me what is happening here? How will you,
Yes, ma'am.
define in your own words? Huh?
मैम कस्टमर मैम ऑर्डर देता है, फिर मैम
हम्म।
वो मैम किचन पे जाता है मैम, यहाँ पे मैम प्रोसेस होते हुए, फिर मैम जो गुड सोल्स होते हैं वो अपडेट होते हैं मैम नीचे लेफ्ट साइड पे जो फाइल में होती है अपडेट, और फिर मैम इन्वेंट्री फाइल की जो मैम डेटा होता है वो अपडेट होता है, और नीचे फिर मैम वो इन्वेंट्री फाइल में मैम अपडेट होता है इन्वेंट्री फाइल D1, फिर नीचे मैम
वेरी गुड।
नीचे मैम डेली इन्वेंट्री डिप्लीशन अमाउंट्स की मैम कितना खत्म हो रहा है किचन के अंदर, वो सब मैम प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट में होता है मैम, वो भी प्रोसेस है एक। और मैम यहाँ फिर मैम जो ऊपर जो मैम हमने फाइल में अपडेट करा था, अपडेट गुड सोल्ड, मतलब जो भी बेचे गए हैं वो मैम वो सब D2 फाइल में जाता है, फिर D2 फाइल से डेली अमाउंट जो भी सोल्ड हो रहा है वो प्रोड्यूस मैनेजमेंट रिपोर्ट्स पे जाता है, फिर मैम
अब
प्रोड्यूस मैनेजमेंट से रेस्टोरेंट मैनेजर तक।
प्रोसेसेस कितने हैं इसमें? कितने प्रोसेसेस हैं इसमें?
मैम 4 प्रोसेस है।
4 प्रोसेसेस हैं। अच्छा, तो ये जो 4 प्रोसेस हैं इनको आपने कैसे लेबल किया हुआ है?
मैम रिसीव एंड ट्रांसफर कस्टमर फूड ऑर्डर, अपडेट गुड्स सोल्ड फाइल, अपडेट इन्वेंट्री फाइल, प्रोड्यूस मैनेजमेंट रिपोर्ट्स।
हाँ, तो ये 4 आपके, तो यानी ये जो आपका लेवल हुआ, दैट इज द 0 लेवल DFD। दिस थिंग इज क्लियर टू एवरीवन? अब मुझे अब मुझे ये बताइए कि फर्दर मुझे इसको डिकम्पोज करना हो तो मैं किस तरह करूं, कहां से शुरू करूं, कौन सा प्रोसेस है जिसको मैं फर्दर डिकम्पोज कर सकती हूँ? क्या मैं सभी को कर सकती हूँ, चारों प्रोसेसेस को?
यस मैम,
बिल्कुल, चारों प्रोसेसेस को मैं डिकम्पोज कर सकती हूँ, तभी हमने यहाँ पे इसको 1.0 दिया है। ठीक है ना? आप देखिए, हेलो, सो ये 1.0 दिया है। अब आप एक काम करें, आप इसको नोट कर लें 1.0 को। मुझे 1.0 को अभी के अभी आप इसको डिकम्पोज करके फर्दर, या आपको जो भी लगता है कि इसमें रिसीविंग एंड ट्रांसफॉर्म कस्टमर फूड ऑर्डर में क्या हो रहा होगा, 2.0 अपडेट गुड सोल्ड फाइल में क्या हो रहा होगा, अपडेट इन्वेंट्री फाइल में क्या हो रहा होगा, आप लोग 1 बाय 1 सारे प्रोसेस ले लें। आदित्य आप ले लें 2.0, अक्षित 1.0, and Neha 3.0, and who's there? Ranjan is here, 4.0. Ranjan 4.0. Do it and show me right now. You have the cameras. You can even you can show your screens to me. Okay, quickly do it and show me. I think 0 level is quite clear to everyone. I'm looking for level 1. So go for level 1. Go for sub processes here. Hello? Yes. Yes. Please, when you do it, when it is done, please show me. Jyoti, Ranjan, Pratiksha, everyone has to try. अपनी कॉपी पेंसिल से फटाफट ट्राई करिए, जो प्रोसेस 1.0 है उसको इलेबोरेट कैसे करेंगे, 2.0 को कैसे करेंगे और 3.0 को कैसे करेंगे। अभी जल्दी से करके दिखाइए। अक्षित, यू ऑल्सो।
मैम वो डायग्राम मैम दिखा दो मैम।
हाँ, मैं एक मिनट बस, एक मिनट अक्षित। आदित्य, एक मिनट। Hello. I think it is done now. Can you, should I stop sharing and I just want to see what you have done. Aditya, have you done something? Can you show me? You can open your camera and then you can show me.
Ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am.
Acha. I hope it is done. आदित्य, आप मेरे को शो कर रहे थे बेटे, दिखाएं आपने क्या करा है। नेहा, आपने क्या किया दिखाएं। रंजन, यस प्लीज। हाँ आदित्य, हो गया। Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ अक्षित, जितना किया उतना दिखा दीजिए बेटे, दिखा दीजिए बेटे।
मैम मुझे नहीं लगता मैं सही बनाया हूँ।
उससे कोई बात नहीं है,
उससे
आप
कोई
दिखा
बात
दीजिए।
नहीं है, आप दिखा दीजिए।
आप बताएं कितना काम किया आपने। अच्छा ऐसा करते हैं, टेक योर टाइम। अगर आपको ये लग रहा है, आप मुझे ग्रुप पे भेजिए, ठीक है। प्लीज सेंड ऑल योर आंसर्स टू ग्रुप, व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप। आज के व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में मुझे सबका मिलना चाहिए, दोज हु आर प्रेजेंट हियर। ओके फाइन।
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll meet in the next class, okay? And I think project presentations ready रखें आप लोग अपने, ठीक है?